Welcome to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. I am standing outside the Biltmore with a band called Tops. I've got 3 members of the band here. I would love each of you to introduce yourselves.
I'm Jane Penny. Hi, I sing in Tops.
Hey, I'm Jenny Roberts. I play bass.
I'm David. I play guitar. Thanks.
I wanted to do this interview in the tour van, but you did not want me to because you said that it was smelly. So I would love you guys to describe those smells that you're trying to hide.
It smells like orange rinds and maybe a bit of cinnamon, some sage. We just spend a lot of time in there, so I don't think we want to be in there anymore.
I think the problem is that she's always wearing the Britney perfume, and Riley's got Marc Jacobs, and it's just together it's kind of gnarly, both overwhelming, pungent smells.
I'm glad you stepped in because oranges and cinnamon, that smells really, really nice.
I agree, yeah. But that's just her. She's eating oranges and eating cinnamon sticks and stuff like that. And
burning sage.
So, one question I ask any band whenever I go into their tour van is I ask them to point out something to me that is in their van that is uniquely theirs and I would not find in another tour van. So,
Jane's dog.
My dog. It's a little robot dog that I bought in Japan recently. It goes between 3 different movements. One, he's kind of walking forward, and then he stops and his tail wags, and then he looks up at you and kind of moves his legs while he goes arr, 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 and kind of nods at you. And he just kind of cycles through those motions. He's like a baby golden retriever breed.
What might this dog's name be?
Shiva.
I thought it was Takuro.
That's the second time. Okay, it needs to be like Shiva Takuro.
Sure. Also, the other original thing for our van, if you want to spot us on the road, give us a honk. We have a snow sticker. If you remember the Canadian artist Snow.
Informer.
Don't stop.
I'm not doing fake patois.
Yabba dabba dabba.
That's more accurate.
So how about instead of trying to do a snow track, we play a Tops track. I'm going to play Outside. So how about one of you talk a little bit about Outside, your track by Tops, while I bring up the music.
Outside, my track by Tops is going to blow your mind. He's about to cue the song. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But damn!
Don't know why we tell each other in the middle of the night.
to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. You just heard Outside by a band called Tops off the record Picture You Staring. I've got the band here outside the Biltmore. Jane, I'd love you to talk a bit about this track.
Outside is this really nice kind of slow ballad song. We kind of have a couple of those. And it's just about a girl in trouble. And to quote Romeo Void, a girl in trouble is a temporary thing.
Tops started when David from the band and his pal Sean Nicholas Savage wrote some songs for a female to sing. I'd love it if you guys could tell me the story.
Correction, that was just a different band. But that was an old band.
But it's how you guys met.
It's true. I met Sean.
First of all, just so everybody's clear, who is Sean Nicholas Savage and what type of music does he make?
Sean Nicholas Savage is a wandering wild man. And he makes wild man music.
He's chill. He's a guy I know from a long time ago. We wrote some music and we are singing like everything like all up high, like, and we're like, oh man, we should just get someone with a high voice to sing this. And then we did. But then we stopped doing that. That was Jane we got. And Jane and I were making music anyways, just chilling all the time, having fun in Montreal, and we wanted to start a band, so we did.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
So enter Jane into these gentlemen's lives and a new band starts. So let's talk about how Tops came into being.
Well, David and I just wanted to play instruments. We wanted to be in a band where we could play a lot together and where we had a really good drummer. So there's this guy, Riley, that was practicing in a practice space that we were also using. And he was practicing drums like for hours a day by himself. So it was pretty clear to us that he needed a band. And we got him in the room and started playing together, and then we were all just really kind of like hooked on music, I guess you could say. So we just spent a lot of time doing that, and we've made 2 records and just felt so much love for each other ever since.
Aw, I like that. All right, Tops, you guys get compared a lot to Ariel Pink, and people credit you both with subverting pop music. So, part 1, who is Ariel Pink?
He's like a strange 30-something-year-old man that makes music out of LA, and yeah, pretty weird. I like it. David, what do you got to say?
I like his music. I think he's just a guy making music, and go for it. I think you should do whatever you want, and that's what he does. Pop music is gonna enter your life, and if your like goal is to make it, you're not gonna fail if you try really hard.
Let's talk about subverting pop music.
Well, I think that honestly, for me, I just want to make. I'm not really that interested in a lot of mainstream sounds and themes and all that, but I love pop music, so it's not really like an active subversion to me. It's more just like what I really love with music is music that's kind of different, and the idea of like a different culture around music that's not the mainstream conventional kind of like thing that you listen to when you're like in middle school or whatever. I like the idea that there's like a community of people that are thinking and feeling, and they are drawn towards stuff that's just a bit out there.
I think it would be a good idea to play another track by Tops. I'm going to play the track Way to Be Loved. Who would like to talk about that one?
So Way to Be Loved is it's kind of self-explanatory. Well, the chorus is that the way that you want to be loved? It's a question. And the song just kind of describes a bunch of different people or roles or ideas, types, and it's just about kind of how like who you are is who you'll be appreciated for being. So it's like kind of supposed to have like a bit of like a be yourself vibe, I guess. Hi, I'm Jane Penny, and you're listening to the interview show with Scott Wood.
Walking down the sidewalk, is that the way that you wanna be seen? Face that won't forget you, photographic memory, impression that you're drawn to. Make it good, make it last, waiting for this moment for so long, ready for the dance. Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you are? I can picture you staring out the window, not caring. The nights go by, oh, the nights go by. Is that the way that you are? I can picture you staring out the window, not caring. The nights go by, oh, the nights go by. Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved? Is that the way that you wanna be loved?
Welcome back to The Interview Show. This is Scott Wood, your host. You just heard Way to Be Loved by a band called Tops. And that's off the record, Picture You Staring. How about I get another member of the band to talk about this song?
I love it. It's fun to play. I think
What in particular do you love about this song?
good beat, good rhythm. I kind of like it. That's a shout out to Madeline,
For those who don't know, who is Madeline?
our former bass player. We got Jenny here on the beat. She's gonna been done rocking these tunes all the time.
Jenny, since you're new to the band, what's it like coming into a group that already has a set dynamic?
For me, it's pretty normal because that's what I usually do is join bands and play some music for them and show up and just groove. So it's chill because these are some pals of mine that I've known for a long time and they're sweethearts.
Yeah,
The track, Way to Be Loved, I don't usually like to talk about videos because it's a radio show, but this video became viral because it has Mac DeMarco's balls in it. First of all, who is Mac DeMarco?
He's an old pal from Edmonton.
Other people might know him because of what?
Oh, he's a famous rock star.
How does it feel for your video to become noteworthy for nudity of another person in music?
I personally think that a lot of people, Mac wanted to be in it and then he did what he did, which I thought personally was kind of funny and also fit with the song pretty well. And a lot of people that saw the video and they come to shows and like the band, just they think they're happy that Mac showed it to them in that form so that they could find out about Tops. So, it's cool. I think it's more about spreading the love and the testicles than anything else,
Scattering seed, Scattering seed to the wind.
as the crow flies.
Your second record, Picture You Staring, I was reading a really interesting quote about it today. The reviewer said that the music is pleasant and effortless without catering to the lowest common denominator. I like how he described it as sounding effortless because you guys took a long time to make this record.
Well, the whole idea is to make something hard sound easy. No? Well, you want people to enjoy music. So we try to make it enjoyable. And it did take a while.
If you're listening to some music and it sounds like they're struggling to make it, you probably sounds pretty bad. I think they're like, he's like everything's like out of time, and he's like trying to sing. He's like I'm out of breath and stuff like that. It's not good.
There are a lot of bands that aren't very technically proficient that give great shows.
Playing music can be very relaxing and like meditative and feel really good. So sometimes the nature of that allows you to just do it over and over and over, and that just makes it tighter and tighter and tighter, just because you like doing it.
The one criticism I've read of your second record is that a lot of the songs sound too much the same. What do you guys think?
You're not listening enough.
Yeah, I think that's kind of wrong because, I think that there's kind of a dichotomy on the record between chill tracks that have more experimental synth production and then more upbeat rock tunes. Some of the tracks have like quite standard like cool pop drums, and other tracks have no drums. So if you're saying that sounds the same to me, then I would probably point out that there's quite a few differences.
Those are some differences you pointed out. I think typically people say that a lot of our stuff sounds the same because it's not, none of it is really in your face. We're not trying to like show anything to you. So it can end up being like, oh, all this music isn't trying to like catch my attention like constantly the whole time. So that's a thing. And also we use the same instruments we have because we're just like, okay, I'm going to record a song, so I'm going to use my drum set, I'm going to use my guitar and my bass and my keyboard. I'm not going to go and like buy a bunch of shit and make it all bleepy bloopy just to have some extra sounds on the album.
I would say if people say it sounds the same, I would argue that we have a sound, and I think that having a unique sound is definitely something we're striving for, and if you like it, then you do, and if you don't, then that's fine. Move on and enjoy the rest of your day.
I got another thing. I'm also totally I'm also totally down just to take people's like criticism with a grain of salt. It's chill.
Yeah.
I'll try my hardest to make the next one not sound totally the same song to song. For whoever said that.
I think that right now we should switch it up and listen to a track off the first record, Tender Opposites.
Let's take a listen to Evening.
All right, we're going to listen to Evening off Tender Opposites. Jane, why did you pick that one?
I really like the synth sounds on it, and I like the song. And I think when you've played songs a lot for a long time after you recorded them, then sometimes the recordings sound more like a rough draft than like the songs. Some of the songs have like just come a long way since then. So that's a song where I'm like really still satisfied with the recording. So
I was gonna say
you can talk about it when it comes back.
Okay.
Today's no friend of mine. I won't hold my breath tomorrow. I'm not scared at all. I don't want to say hello. I can't say goodbye to the clouds on a rainy night. Sweet snow, summer was alive. Even in
Welcome back to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. You just heard a song picked by Jane from Tops off their first record, Tender Opposites. That song is called
Evening.
And David from the band wants to talk about this track.
Oh, I was just going to say that if I was going to count in the song, I'd say I like the song because it goes shat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and the snare gets going. And you're like, okay, what's happening? And then I'd be like, okay, like radio guy like just I'm gonna start going chat 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 chat, and then you're gonna fade me going into that. But since the song already played, we can't do that. But
Darn.
I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Darn, another missed opportunity. I've read a lot of interviews with Jane preparing for this interview, and she said in one that you don't like to talk about what Top's songs mean because you don't like to close down the meaning of your songs.
True. Yeah, well, it's because a lot of people talk to me at shows about songs that have been like helpful to them, or how they interpreted the meaning of a song into their own life. And I feel like if I was to be like, this is about like Exhibit A in like Exhibit B with like, you know, and really laid it all out and made it about me and my experiences, then if people read that, then it's just like doesn't allow them to like run free with their own thoughts about it. And I think that music is made to be it's made to be shared. It's important. It's not important because I had those experiences. It's important because other people relate to it.
So I'd love you to pick a track that you love that you would not want to know the meaning of because it means something special to you.
Oh, another song in the world.
Would you like to call a friend?
I'm just thinking.
You can play Dick and Heart.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, could Dick and Heart by T-Taz.
Which is Jenny's band.
Jenny plays in that band, drums, and writes songs with she's a member of the band.
Jenny, if Jane got drunk and begged you for the meaning of that song, would you tell her?
I'd definitely tell Jane, but I wouldn't tell this microphone. It's too private.
Ooh.
I feel all hurt now, guys.
I can't. There's some boundaries in my hometown that I can't break.
It's okay, I'm not going there. Is there anything how about a song from you?
Any song I want to hear.
No, how about a song that if you found out the meaning to, you'd be like, no, I don't want to know. That song's so special to me.
Oh, I was thinking like Viva Las Vegas. But is that Elvis?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's really special to me.
You don't really need to look too hard into that one.
Okay, well, I was singing on, you know. Okay.
You got him. You cracked him.
All right. Tops, we're nearly at the end of the show. I would like to give you guys the opportunity to tell me something or tell the radio listeners out there something about Tops, clear up a misconception, anything that people need to know about you, your band, and what you do.
Tops loves you and they want you to be happy.
No, I'm just fixing my shoe.
She's fixing her shoe, and I support her. I support you in anything you do, even if it's fixing your shoe.
Nice. So I'm going to play out to the song Change of Heart off the record Picture You Staring, which is your second record, Tops. I would like one of you guys to talk about this track as I bring up the music.
It goes ja 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 ja, and then you start bringing in the song. Ba bum 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 bum. Ja 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 ja, and then the song's going.
It's not going yet.
Ja ja da 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 da. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas.